It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got to dive into some J. Cole today. It's called False Prophets. I wanted to check this out in light of everything that's going on with him, Kendrick, Drake, because this was presented to me as a Kanye West diss or a low-key diss. I don't know. I've not heard it yet, but I assume he takes some shots, and it'll kind of give us an idea of how he would respond if he was to get into a back and forth with somebody, right? Because you never know how good a rapper is going to be at diss tracks until they actually drop a diss track. Like a few shots here and there are one thing, but a whole diss track or a good portion of a song being a diss track is very, very different. So I wanted to see what this one was all about. I'm really excited to have a back and forth, but I don't think that we're going to get it. Like, I don't think he'll directly respond to Kendrick with like a full track, but I do think that there might potentially be some shots on his project that he's working on, just because that's just what rappers do, right? Like, someone's going to throw some shots at me, I'm going to throw some back, but I may not give them my full attention to put a song out and take time out of my life to build something like that. And I think that if he wanted to do it, he probably already would have. So let's just get into this and let's see what this one's all about.
Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Yeah. Life is a balance. You lose your grip, you could slip into an abyss. No doubt, you see these niggas tripping. Ego in charge of every move, he's a star. And we can't look away due to the days that he caught our hearts. He's falling apart, but we deny it. Justifying that half-ass shit he dropped, we always buy it. When he tell us he a genius, but it's clearer lately. It's been hard for him to look into the mirror lately. There was a time when this nigga was my hero, maybe. That's the reason why his fall from grace is hard to take. Cause I believed him when he said his shit was pure, ain't he? The type of nigga swear he real, but all around us fake. The women, the dick riders, you know the yes men. Nobody with the balls to say something to contest them. So he grows out of control until the person that he truly was all along is starting to show.
Yo, this is crazy. Okay, so I just did a reaction to his other song, Everybody Dies, where he didn't take any direct shots at anybody, but I felt like it would give a little bit of an idea of how he may approach some stuff, because he's kind of just talking to rappers in general, and I enjoyed that. And I made a comment in that video about how personals are always going to overtake complex bars, at least for me. Some people might be like, yo, this bar means three things. I like that better than you taking a real personal situation and elaborating on it in a diss track. Some people feel the way they want to feel. I think personals are always going to hit harder, and I think that what he's doing is exactly what I was talking about. So he's basically propping Kanye up. Like, yo, I used to look up to this man. He used to be like my hero, maybe to an extent, but he's got a lot of yes men around him. Like, he's putting out a lot of trash, but we still buy it. And like, he's painting this picture for you. And so far, he's painting it extremely beautifully. And this to me is the shit that really hits home. Like, it's scathing. It's probably the best word I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's real. And he's elaborating on it without just being like, yo, F you, F this, da-da-da-da. Here's a bar, a punchline that just disses you really quick, but it's more superficial. It's like, I'm going to dive deep and I'm going to explain to you some shit. And to me, that always wins.
Even when he said his shit was pure, ain't he? The type of nigga swear he real, but all around us fake. The women, the dick riders, you know the yes men. Nobody with the balls to say something to contest them.
And shit like that, where he's like, listen, he ain't got nobody around him to yes man. Like, I love this. I love this. Okay, so this might be a full-on diss track.
So it grows out of control until the person that he truly was all along is starting to show. Damn, wonder what happened. Maybe it's my fault for idolizing niggas based off the words they be rapping. When come to find out, these niggas don't even write they shit. Here's some new style bubbling up, then they bite this shit. Damn, that's what I get for lying to myself. But fuck it, what's more important is he's crying out for help. While the world's egging him on, I'm begging him to stop it. Playing his old shit, knowing he won't top it. False prophets.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, first of all, he's right about, like, maybe it's my fault for believing everything that I heard in the tracks, as opposed to like who the person might actually be, right? Because rappers just be popping shit. They say things in songs and everything, and you get this idea that that's who they are, that's what they stand for, and that's not always the case. Maybe a part of them it is, but it's not always the full situation. And I just think that it's crazy, some of the shit that he just presented right there. Let me go back really quick.
Get for lying to myself, but fuck it. What's more important is he's crying out for help.
That part right there. What's more important is he's crying out for help. So that's where I feel like the personal shit hits so hard, because it's kind of like he's dissing him in the sense that he's breaking down a situation. And it's like, I'm not just being disrespectful to you. I'm kindly explaining how you kind of went wrong. And like, this shit is crazy. And, we thought that you were this way, but clearly you're that way. And then he's saying that it's just him crying out for help, which is like, it's like a low key diss, right? It's almost like that pity. like a pity diss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's more important is you're crying out for help. Like, I feel bad for you. Kind of like that. That hit so much harder than like an I hate you diss.
While the world's egging him on, I'm begging him to stop it. Playing his old shit, knowing he won't top it. False prophets.
That's a fact though. The early shit was fire.
Told me it would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this. False prophets. Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Yeah, false. I got a homie, he a rapper and he wanna win bad. He want the fame, the acclaim, the respect that's been had by all the legends. So every time I see him, he's stressing. Talking about niggas, don't fuck with him. This shit is depressing and I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings. Goddamn, nigga, you too blind to see you got fans, nigga. And a platform to make a classic rap song to change a nigga's life. But you too anxious living life. Always worry about the critics who ain't never fucking did it. I write what's in my heart, don't give a fuck who fucking with it.
That's so real. Like some people will have like, you know, a solid little fan base. Maybe they're not mainstream, they're not the biggest shit in the world, but they have people that give a shit about what they're rapping about the songs that they're making. He said you can make a classic song that could change their life. It could change yours, but it could, you know what I mean? Like that, because music is therapeutic, and a lot of people live through the music that they listen to. It helps them out with different emotions, different, you know, situations in life. And it's like instead of focusing on that, you're going through life anxiously. You're worried about what the critics are saying, like what the people that aren't liking your shit are saying, when none of them have achieved it. None of them have done anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not the important thing that you should be focused on, but it's hard sometimes not to, because our brains for some reason always go to negative. You always focus on the negative. You always think about the negative as opposed to the positive. It's the same with anybody, like YouTube, anything like that. Like you get a whole bunch of good comments and you're like, oh, this is great. Like people are loving the video. Then you see that one negative one and it like supersedes all the positive ones. And it's a hard mindset to get out of, but it's definitely something that you have to do. And you just got to focus on what you're doing. And not let all these people kind of chime in and because a lot of times people that are just coming out of their way to hate on you for no reason, in my opinion, are miserable in their own life. Like you don't really see many people that are successful going out of their way to just throw hate at somebody that they don't even really know. It doesn't even make sense. Like some people do make careers out of it. Don't get me wrong. Like there's some people that have videos that where they just literally just hate on people 24/7 and it gets a crowd. And it's a little bit weird to me, but it is what it is. But the majority of people doing it are people that are like, they see it, the jealousy, there's envy, there's just misery from maybe like a bad day. Like they're mad because they're working a job they don't like, something like that. And so they see other people online trying to achieve shit and being happy about it. And they just want to tear you down. They want to take you down a notch. And they may not even realize that that's what it is and that's what they're doing. But a lot of times that's really where it comes from.
But in a sense, I can relate. The need to be great turns into an obsession and keeps a nigga up late writing words, hoping people observe the dedication that stirs in you constantly. But intentions get blurred. Do I do it for the love of the music, or is there more to me? Do I want these niggas to worship me? False prophets. Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have.
Yo, I feel like that guy's looking like he has no idea what J. Cole's saying. So he's looking at the other guy like, yo, what's happening?
It would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this. False prophets. Somebody should have told me it would be like this, be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Yeah, false prophets. These rappers insecure. They talk about being a man so much I finally understand that they ain't even sure about who they are and why they do this. Guess I'm included in that category as a nigga who done had the glory. My highest moments come from telling all the saddest stories I've seen in my life. I be fiending to write songs that raise the hair on my arms. My lowest moments came from trying too hard to impress some niggas that couldn't care for more. Therefore, from here on out, my hair grow out. I care nothing about opinions. I wanna give hope like the fountains you throw pennies in. Hit the store, take your disc, make your wish. This is dedicated to the ones that listen to me on some faithful shit. I'm on some thankful shit, but the real God is in you, not the music you copying. I hear my old shit and know I can top it. False prophets. Somebody should have told me.
I like that he said I hear my old shit and I know that I could top it, because his new project that he's putting out, he said it's basically like Jay-Z and Reasonable Doubt, which is basically him saying, I'm gonna drop my classic now. Like a lot of people drop their classic in the very beginning of their career, one of the first albums they put out. But my Reasonable Doubt is coming out now, so I'm really interested to hear it. I think it's called The Fall Off. That shit's gonna be fire.
It would be like this, be like this.
I think we're at the end of this though.
Be like this, be like this. Somebody should have told me it would be like this.
Be like this.
He said it. You heard him, my man. Fire. Fire. We good, bro. Yo, thank you, man. Hell yeah.
Let's go. That was dope. Okay, so it wasn't like a complete diss track toward Kanye. The first verse was aimed towards him, and the rest of it, it kind of was in line with similar thinking, but it was just more so about other artists and people being too concerned with shit. And there might be somebody that he was actually talking about in that second verse, not dissing them, but just saying how they get so caught up in the critics in the moment and just different stuff like that, which it's inevitable, right? It's something that you've got to try to get yourself out of. I feel like it's very easy to go towards the hate and see the hate and focus on the hate, and but it's inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's not always like, I'm not trying to say that all hate all comes from miserable people. Some people just don't like something. I don't know why they feel like they need to go out of their way to tell you that they don't like it. Like, if I hear a song I don't like, I don't be like, let me go down and comment. I gotta leave a comment really quick. To me, that just seems weird to me. Like, it's just, there's no point in it. Like, now, if you wanted to comment and be like, hey, I feel like it could have been a good song, but this part and this part I didn't like. Like, if you had constructive criticism, I can understand that. But people will literally just comment to be like, this was trash. I don't like this. This was stupid. You're just trying to be this rapper or whatever it is. And it's like where I don't know. Like, I guess I just don't understand where that comes from, because it's not something that I've ever done. Like, even when I wasn't in a great place in my life and I had no money, no job, no nothing, and I'm like pretty much just like lost as to what I'm gonna do, I never thought of like, yo, I'm just gonna go spread misery to people. Like, it just doesn't. I don't understand that. It doesn't connect with me. Like, I'd almost love to do an interview with somebody. Like, I need to find someone that's hating on people on Twitter or some shit like that and convince them to get on camera and have like an actual talk with me and upload it to my main channel, because I'd really love to just dive in and get an understanding of why they say what they say, like where they're coming from. Because I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And, but we'll see. Maybe one day. Appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think about the whole J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick situation. We obviously did a reaction to Kendrick's verse as well, which is up on my page. But anything new that comes out about it, we'll definitely hop on. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.